Hey, what's up, DJs? So I was in one of the Facebook groups the other day, and I think it was DJ Idea Sharing on Facebook. And somebody had posted this video and kind of the caption, what would you do in this case? And there was a lot of mixed responses from people saying they would de-escalate the situation. Some people saying, oh, that isn't my job, I wouldn't get involved. To some people saying, oh, I would beat him up. Whatever. A lot of mixed responses, so I thought it might be a great opportunity to kind of just shoot a quick video, get a conversation started. So this is a video, it happened very recently, of an uncle at his niece's wedding. He kind of got a little rowdy, got a little crazy. The cops were called, and it ended really unfortunately. I've seen a little bit of this video. I haven't watched through the whole thing yet, but I kind of figured, I've actually been on a great roll with content. It's been a lot of fun filming different stuff and posting it here on YouTube. So I figured, why not? Let's just watch this video, kind of get my raw reaction to it. So let's go ahead and watch it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty violent. So he's in a black, white beater, black pants. He's grabbing his phone.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
Right by the lake, right there, he's yelling.
Shut up! You OG! I don't give a fuck.
He's okay, he's okay. He's our brother, he's our brother.
Man, that
Maybe
bitch
I
ain't
should have
got
found the
nothing to do
clean
with me.
It's
version.
his first wedding.
Shut
Back
up.
up.
It's
Back
his
up.
first wedding. It's his
Back
first
up.
wedding.
Shut up.
Listen,
Back
it's his
up.
first wedding.
Back up.
Were they saying it's his first wedding? Okay, I mean, if it's his first wedding, okay, yeah, I guess I guess I'm confused. Anyways, let's keep going.
Back up. Move out of the way. 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 Man, move out of the way. Move out of the way. Move out of the way.
Have any weapons?
Come here for a second. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Don't you slap my motherfucking sister. Get away from me. That motherfucker ain't got no right. Step back.
Back up. Back up.
You touch my sister.
Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Hold on. Guys, hold on. Okay. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. Back up. What's up, man? What's up? Talk to me. Okay. Hey, talk to me.
All right, I'm just going to pause it right there really quick. So first of all, as a DJ, it isn't really our responsibility to interfere in something like this, right? What I do think is important for us to understand, though, is that people don't go from, just having a good time and completely sober to this in the snap of a finger. A lot of times there are things that kind of lead to that, right? Or there's different levels that that person will hit where they're just starting to drink, and then maybe they're starting to have too much, but they're starting to get a little rowdy, and maybe they're starting to get in some of the guests' faces. Maybe some of them don't like that. Maybe they're coming up to the DJ booth, getting all pissed off. Hey, play a good song, I think it is, excuse me, important for us as DJs to observe the people in the party, right? And kind of see where they are. And if we see somebody starting to get rowdy, I've been at weddings before where I will literally go up to the bartender or go up to the venue manager or whoever's running the venue that night and say, hey, this person's acting a little rowdy. I think we should cut him off, because they are just going to get worse. I have never met a drunk person that started acting super rowdy that calmed the hell down. They don't do that. When they start getting rowdy, it gets higher and higher until either they get knocked out or they pass out. Those are the only two outs, right? So as a DJ, I think it is really important to watch the people, right? Because we are watching the people anyways. We are watching the dance floor. We are watching how they react to the music that we play. We are watching what they are into. What kind of music do they like? How are they dancing, right? Our job as programmers, when we are programming and we are mixing, is literally to watch these people. And if you see somebody getting rowdy, I mean, you don't have to go up to the bartender or the venue manager and say, hey, cut this guy off. You can literally just go up to them and say, hey, I noticed this guy did this. It looks like he's had a little too much to drink. What do you think we should do? I just wanted to bring it to your attention. That is all I wanted to do. You know, because the thing that we also need to keep in mind too, right? I know a lot of DJs say, oh, it isn't my venue, right? It's not my space, so I'm not worried about it. The thing to keep in mind though is we are tasked with making sure everybody has a great time, right? In a way, we are also tasked with their safety. And when it comes to the bars, a lot of times the bars are disconnected from the venue or the room that a lot of the action is going on in, right? A lot of times the bar will be either in another room completely. Maybe it's outside. Maybe it's under a gazebo. I do a lot of tent weddings. But a lot of times it's very disconnected from where all the action is happening. And the venue manager is oftentimes off in a million different places doing a bunch of other things. They aren't just sitting in that room watching people. We are. So we are probably one of the only vendors, and the photographer is usually off with the couple getting photographs. And we're usually the only vendors in that room who can observe people long term and see how they act, right? So I think being proactive and seeing when somebody is having a little too much, I'm not saying be the be all end all. I'm not saying you have the ability to cut them off. I'm saying communicate, right? Communicate with the bartender, with the venue, anybody else that is there, and hopefully prevent something like this. I kind of want to play it, but I feel like I'm going to regret it, so let's just play a little bit more of it. I knew I was going to regret that. I just knew it. The thing that really sucks about this is that was the bride's uncle, right? So he was obviously close to her, and this is something that is literally going to live with her the rest of her night or the rest of her life, right? And it just sucks. And I know a lot of people could say, oh, they should have just listened to the cops, right? And I'm not saying what the cops did here was right or wrong. I mean, the guy literally had a red dot on his chest and decided to punch a cop. But at the same time, he was under the influence. He was clearly very drunk. So there never is a right or wrong here, ever, right? But I do feel like either via the family, the vendors there, certain steps could have been taken in order to prevent it from getting to that level, because obviously there was something going on, right? The cops are called in the first place. Cops don't just show up magically when somebody gets a little too drunk. He's in people's faces. He's threatening to fight them. He's doing all this other stuff. And I guarantee you, he didn't just start doing that, right? There were signs. There were definitely signs. Now, whether or not those signs were pronounced enough, you never know. I wasn't there. You weren't there. And I don't know the DJ that was here. I don't know what he had tried to do, right? Now, if you can de-escalate a situation, I think it is important to try. I'm not saying every DJ should, because de-escalation is a very specific talent and a very specific skill that some people are trained in, or some people are good at from having crazy families, right? But if you do have the ability to de-escalate a situation, I think it is worth trying. You know, certainly before it gets to this level. Is it your responsibility? Heck no. You don't have to. But is it for the betterment of your clients to try? Yeah. If you get punched in the face, that's on you. So I think we're going to end this here. I just want to get a conversation started. I think it is good for us to be proactive, to communicate with the other vendors, kind of see, you know, if we see something, let them know, and not assume that they saw it too, and never assume that another vendor is going to take action. Communicate with them, right? Like I mentioned, don't say, hey, we need to cut this guy off. You could just go up and say, what do we do? He did this. What do you think? Because a lot of times that communication can be the difference from somebody just coming up to the DJ booth, spitting in your face, requesting a song and screaming at you to play better songs, or having this happen. Anyways, that's going to be it for me today, guys. If you like this video, leave a comment below and tell me what was the craziest thing you ever saw at an event or at a wedding. I am going to be posting a lot more content on this YouTube channel. I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I feel like it's a great outlet to get conversations started, to kind of get things going. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those bell notifications, and I will see you guys next time.